Salon here. Today I want to teach you in this video Evening Primrose, Anathera binensis. I want to teach you how to recognize it in the winter because a lot of the seeds spread late in the fall and then the basal rosettes will pop up right now. And I don't want you to weed them out of your yard because Anathera binensis, Evening Primrose, is this amazing medicinal plant, this amazing edible plant that you can eat every single part of. You can eat the roots, you can eat the leaves, you can eat the stems, the flowers, and it's gorgeous and it grows so easily. And so I think everyone should grow it, including you, if you live in its range. So this is a southeast central US species, although I've heard it's naturalized in Europe. And here I'm holding actually the dehiscent seed capsules. And so I'm gonna go over with you the identifying features. But first, I just want to show you what has popped up in my yard. So I'm letting it naturalize in my yard, and then I'm also digging up some and moving it around. So let's go outside. Show you where it has popped up near my driveway. And so here it is. And it looks really weedy. That's why I want to show you this, because if you saw it, you may dig it up and weed it out of your yard, but you don't want to because it has the most gorgeous yellow flowers. So just so you know, a basal rosette is a group of leaves that all arise from a center point at the base of a stem, and they're usually all around the same size. And so here you see the leaves of Evening Primrose, and you see how they're all relatively the same size except the ones in the center, and they're all arising from the same point. That is a basal rosette, and many of our biannuals form basal rosettes. So they'll form a basal rosette the first year and lay down their roots, and then the second year they'll flower. And so for a whole year, this will just be a basal rosette, and then it will flower the second year. And so that's another reason why you gotta be able to identify this plant when it's in its first year, because you would probably just think it's a weedy species if you didn't know what it was. So now I'm showing you another one. So here's an area where we wash our feet off from the beach. And funny enough, I saw it pop up here and I'm like, oh, this may not be the best spot for it, but I may just let it grow and see how it does this summer. But look what was laying here. So I don't know if the dog, I don't know if the dog did this, if the dog had it over here or I did, but the seed pod was here. And I was like, oh, now I wonder why you germinated here, because a lot of seeds probably came out of these capsules and germinated here. So now I'm going to show you another area where Evening Primrose popped up in a new garden bed that I have, because I always throw old seed heads over the porch. And so right where I have thrown the old seed heads, it sprouted up. And the interesting thing to note is that it likes to be in those rocks. I don't know if the seeds require a good bit of sun or dryness to break the seed coat, but they seem to be popping up in the rocks. So you see here, it's kind of on the perimeter of the rocks and the soil. But I'm gonna let them grow there because it's beautiful. It has the most beautiful yellow flowers. Evening Primrose is really easy to identify when it's flowering. It has 4 petals that are yellow and beautiful. However, right now in the winter, it's a little bit harder, so I want you to keep your eyes out for a basal rosette with a white prominent midvein, because I want you to be able to have this species in your garden and your yard so you can eat the flowers, you can eat the seeds, you can eat the leaves, the roots. So here's an image of the seeds, and I love putting the immature seed pods in my smoothie. It makes the smoothie so frothy. This is in the smoothie before I blended it up. So I use Evening Primrose primarily for the seeds to get those good omega-6 into my diet. And here is the dry dehiscent seed capsule. It's called a septicidal capsule. So that concludes the video on Evening Primrose, Anathera binensis. I really want you to go out and find it. So if you don't have it in your yard, don't let that stop you. Go on a walk, 2-mile walk, and just keep your eyes peeled to the ground. Look for that basal rosette with that beautiful prominent midvein. And also the leaves of Evening Primrose tend to be a little bit darker, so a darker green leaf, okay? That's 4 to 5 times as long as wide. And if you find it, tag Yahola Herbal School, share it on social media, and I will give you something from this apothecary, okay, my friend? So that is my challenge from me to you. So please do it. And if you want to learn more about the medicinal properties of evening primrose and how it balances and supports the hormones of both men and women, then please join Botanical Medicine Movement. The registration is open right now for this course. It starts officially January 13th. We have amazing, great group of people already registered, so it's going to be a powerful class. And I could go on and on about the course, but it's truly transformative. So if you want to evolve and you want to heal with the plants around you, you should definitely sign up. All right, well, blessings, peace.